Okay, so now we're going on towards our last step of the decorative color wheel. So first we started with this, and we divided everything into 3 by 6 inch sections so that you have 12 equal sections. Then we used the watercolors to paint every color of the color wheel. And then we turned it over and you redrew the 3 by 6 inch sections. Then you made a template that you cut out and you traced it on every single rectangle. Make sure that when you trace it on every single rectangle, you kind of center it so that you're not on the edges, so that it doesn't get cut out the wrong way or bleed into the next rectangle. So once you get to that point, you're gonna cut your pieces out. And I've got all of mine cut out and I've got them put in order of the color wheel. I have one that I left the center on because I wanted to show y'all how to do that, because the easiest way is, here's your piece that you cut out. And then what I did is I just folded it in half again on each one of these. And you want to make sure it lines up pretty evenly, as much as you can, so that this will be on here. And then you just, after you've folded it as evenly as you possibly can, then you're going to cut out the on the line what you see. Okay, so you see where these lines are? Then you'll be able to cut those out of the fold. You want to be as neat as you possibly can. So yeah, this I'm going to grade you on a lot of how neat it is and accurate if you got the colors in order. Okay, now when you get to this point, you need to make sure that all your colors are in order, okay? So I'm going to post a color wheel on the slideshow, and you will need to look at the color wheel to make sure they're in order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Oh, wait. First, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take it to the window, and I'm going to hold it. I'm going to turn it where the back side is to the window, and I want to hold it up, and I want to mark the center that I see, and I want to mark the lines that I see through it. Okay, so you want to mark the lines. So here's this side. Go to the window, hold it up so you can see the light through it. Then on this side, you're going to mark where the lines divide at the edge of the circle, and you'll mark the center of the circle. Now, after you get that done, you are going to take some glue, just a little bit of glue. Make sure your pieces are in order, okay? So this is yellow. And I'm only putting a little bit of glue on this, not too much. If you put too much, it's not going to look nice. So I'm going to make sure that my tip is going to touch the dot and the edges of my marks. And move it around until it does. Make sure that the tip touches the center dot and that the edges are between your two marks. Then you're going to try to lay it flat. Then you will take your next color. This is yellow orange. You can go either way you want to go. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edges again. If you want to use a glue stick instead, you can. I don't have a glue stick, so you just want to make sure you don't put too much glue, because if you do, it's just going to make the whole thing ugly. So this is yellow orange. I'm going to make sure this touches in the appropriate spots so that it makes that nice pattern. Make sure that the tip touches the center and that the edges are within the marked lines. Make sure your hands are clean. And then you keep going around and around. I'll do one or two more. And then you'll be able to figure out how to finish it on your own. So this is orange. And while you're doing this, think about, now what two colors make orange? What two primary colors make orange? And that would be yellow and red. Make sure that these touch in the appropriate spots to make your pattern. Make sure it touches the point. Make sure your hands are clean. You want to keep it as clean as you can while you can. All right? So you just keep going around. I'll do one more, and I'll finish it off camera. So, radial balance is when everything radiates from a central point. So we are making a decorative color wheel that uses radial balance because everything revolves around a central point. One repetitive pattern, or so repetitive patterns that radiate around a central point. You can see radial balance a lot through nature, like through flowers and things like that. Make sure this is touching on the center and in between the marks. Okay. All right. I'll let you finish from here.